Okay, so this is something I've been looking forward to for a while. I actually have someone joining me for one of my reviews, my good friend Susan, who went to grad school with me and is the only other person other than Matt who's more critical than I am. So this is going to be good, and boy howdy do we have some shit to go off on. Now I think in honor of this review, I think I should drive home like a maniac and just tear through everything. No. Okay, I have to start with that because that was the thing, like from the very beginning, that got me. He's the worst fucking getaway driver ever.
Well, I mean, it's supposed to be like a Grand Theft Auto type of driving style, which is super popular and in with everybody, But
yeah, but like, if you've watched The Godfather, they say once you do something bad, don't drive out of there like a fucking maniac and draw all the cops' attention.
It's true. There are a couple of times like he got away,
yeah,
and then he just started behaving like a maniac on the road, and then
they're like, and then they got like four more guys tailing him because they ran a red light or something. It's like, drive calmly, don't steal the most conspicuous fucking car in the world to make your getaway. And they're like, oh, he's a great driver. It's like, no, he's an idiot. Oh, man. Oh. So, yeah, because I've been hearing nothing about how good this movie is, and I don't see it. I do not.
I don't either.
Because I'm not a fan of...
like it.
I'm not a fan of driving movies to begin with, and this just did not help my opinion of it at all. Oh, man. So here's a fun question. Who's the worst actor in this film?
Gotta be the main guy.
Yeah.
It has to be the main guy.
Joey Deadeyes?
I mean, no facial expression, like you said earlier. It was truly terrible.
I mean...
Ugh. Could they have picked somebody that was more like Justin Bieber? Like, I don't think so.
The only thing he was missing was the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. This movie had no idea what time period it was taking place in.
No.
Like you say, he dressed as like Justin Bieber, so that's what? Early 2000s?
I don't know when Justin Bieber was popular.
You don't? I thought you were a huge fan. And using iPod Classics.
Kill you. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. iPod Classics, so 2005.
So 2005. All the flashbacks to his mom were in the 70s somehow.
So we're thinking he's in his 40s.
Yeah.
Apparently. Because that's about how old.
And like, you'd know better than I would because you worked at Apple, but did they ever sell the iPods in those huge boxes like he got in that flashback?
Yeah, in 2005.
Oh, they did? I didn't know that. I thought those came out.
No, I mean, that's like original packaging.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Because I was like,
I
don't ever remember that, but
he had a Generation 1 iPod Classic.
All right. Fair enough. Okay. Do you remember when Kevin Spacey was in good movies?
Yes.
See, I don't.
I do.
What good movie did you ever see Kevin Spacey
in? Shut up. See? I like Kevin Spacey, and maybe it's just I liked season 1 of that House of Cards.
Oh, okay. Obviously. All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I like all of the speeches he gives.
Okay, yeah. He's
intellectually, I like him.
Yeah.
Maybe not in his choice of movies. Maybe not that.
I was gonna say, like, when I asked that question, I was like, have you ever seen Kevin Spacey in a good movie? But I have never seen a movie he's in that I liked. I can't think of one. Everybody would go American Beauty, but I hated American Beauty. So
he was just so creepy.
He was
really hard. You see him, and now you're like, you're maybe a pedophile.
Yeah, and now he's doing like
with 17-year-olds.
Yeah, a guy who dies and comes back as a cat and this shit. I mean,
I don't. Yeah.
Or what about his girlfriend, Debbie No Moral Compass? Oh, she was awful.
2 dates and she's ready to run away with him forever and ever and commit all kinds of felonies and like completely uproot her entire life for him after 2 dates.
On the run.
And 1 kiss.
Yeah.
Maybe 2?
Yeah.
Maybe 2. They hadn't even had sex.
No. And she, like, I could almost accept that she was ready to like run away with him because she just seemed like that kind of person. But like that, it's like, oh, he's committed several murders and felonies, and
you're still around. Yeah. You're still around hanging out. Yeah, I would be out at that point.
She can fix him.
Right.
She can. It's a Bella Swan thing. She can fix him.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Oh So what'd you think of like the driving and all? Like that was what they sold the movie on, was all the.
I thought it was good. I thought the driving was cinematic.
Yeah.
A little, I mean, the point was for it to be flashy and over the top, and it was. But I mean, storyline, like we said, it kind of got them in trouble.
Yeah, more than
as much as it got them out of trouble. So there's that part. There's the logical part, and then there's the fancy shiny things flying around really fast, avoiding people.
I don't know what it is. I've never been a fan of driving movies or driving games or so. Well, yeah, the driving was cinematic. It bored the hell out of me. And then I love, like, the robbery goes wrong and suddenly he's parkour man. Suddenly he's like Spider-Man all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Just leaping and jumping over all sorts of shit.
So you didn't actually ever need a car.
No, he could have just, like,
run away.
I was waiting for him to scale the wall.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah.
And the director loves the long tracking shots with no cuts. He loved those. He did those, like, so many times. And it's like, I get that this is, like, a thing you enjoy, but when you do it, like, every other shot, it's not as special. I'm trying really hard to think of something good about this movie, and I'm just coming up.
I didn't know Subarus could drive like that. That first scene, like the first getaway had, the car was a Subaru, and I've always thought that they were like, SUVs and stuff, but I didn't.
Well, let that be a lesson to you that,
I don't know cars.
Yeah.
So apparently.
Well, apparently when you've got streets cleared and a stunt driver, they can do pretty much anything. So, I mean...
I had no idea. I had no idea Subarus were so cool.
Well, now you know that for the next time you decide to do a bank heist.
Yeah.
The only characters I felt like even somewhat interested in were the boyfriend and girlfriend, like, co-robbers. They seemed...
They were funny.
Yeah, like, I was, like, up until, like, the end and the big, like, heel turn, I was kind of like, why can't the movie be about them? Because they were kind of more interesting.
Well, yeah, I saw John Hamm, and I was like, okay, so you're going to be a funny character, but then he turned bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I lost it. I lost it. I guess he was all about love.
I guess so. It was kind of like towards the middle, I guess they figured these, like, plot twists, but it reminded me too much of watching pro wrestling, where the good guy who is nice suddenly turns bad for no reason, and the bad guy who's been threatening him the whole time suddenly turns good.
Well, not no reason.
Okay, yeah.
Not no reason.
Okay, but fair enough. Yeah, he did like he did get his girlfriend shot. Spoilers. The movie came out months ago. No one gives a shit. No one watches these anyway. So, I mean, it's not like we're spoiling anything. But they were the only characters. I wanted Jamie Foxx to shut up.
The most annoying character in the movie, I would say. Not the worst actor.
No.
The most annoying character.
No, yeah.
I think it's made to be that way. Like, you're supposed to hate him from the beginning and forever. And well done.
Yeah, in that instance, the director's message came across really strong, because like when he actually did kill him, it was like that was the one cathartic moment where I was like, yay!
It might have been a little overkill.
Yeah, like just a little bit. Oh man. Yeah, like I said, all I've heard is how many people just loved this movie and it was so great, and I don't see it. And I've said it a couple times on here that ever since Guardians of the Galaxy, because they did it first, and lately you're just getting all these movies whose soundtrack just is like...
I like that, though. I like a good soundtrack.
I like a good soundtrack when it helps the film, or when it's just kind of there.
I mean, it was important. It was important in this movie.
Okay.
It was like you knew it was going to be important.
Okay. Well, I can concede that point, but I will say that it just the constant changing of songs just was getting irritating. I know that we're supposed to be seeing or hearing the world from his point of view, but it was just oh man.
Yeah, I kind of wish they had done more with that. I thought the sound more when we did hear it from his point of view with the ringing and stuff like that. I wish I could have actually had more of that.
Yeah.
Because those were the moments that I thought were like, oh, well, that's impactful.
He had tinnitus, you know.
Yeah, tinnitus.
That's what we learned from the
tinnitus.
Yeah, that's what we learned from
Tinnitus.
the slideshow and the commercials before the movie is that it's tinnitus, not tinnitus.
Yes.
So I learned something at Baby Driver.
Such a bad movie.
I know.
It was like Shakespeare epic with the plot holes. Oh my god, such a bad movie. I mean, we all love Shakespeare, but come on.
Well, yeah, but
Romeo and Juliet, like they saw each other at a party once.
Yeah,
Let's tone it down. It's that sort of like, geez, slow your roll a little bit. You saw her on a street once, and then you talked to her for like 3 minutes.
And I'm not gonna lie. I mean, she was a cute little thing.
Cute.
But I mean, once she starts talking,
loved her in Downton Abbey and all that. But,
yeah,
you know.
Who is she in Downton Abbey?
Later.
Oh, okay.
She's like a cousin from Scotland.
Oh, okay. I only
Later.
watched like up to season 3 or 4 of that,
I
and
think
then
she was like
4.
4.
The pure Britishness of it kind of got to me.
I love that.
Well, I mean, I admit I never did find out if he ever brought his accounting practices up to modern standards, so I'm sure I missed the.
I'm sure you did.
But man, the minute she started talking with that,
Oh, the southern accent was terrible.
Oh my god!
It was so bad. But it was everything. As soon as I saw her, I was like, oh, she's British. Oh no, she's really gonna try to do the southern accent all the way through.
But
okay, she's committed.
You know what's weird is that's been a theme, and admittingly, this film came out again months ago. But that's been a theme I've noticed with the heist movies I watch, because I saw Logan Lucky, and that has 2 British actors in it doing really thick Southern accents. It's like, could you not get like actual Southern? I didn't even realize till the end that the film was supposed to take place in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
It's supposed to be in Georgia because all the license plates were Georgia.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that until like one time they slowed down the camera enough so I could read the cop car and said Georgia Police. And I was like, oh, that's why they have. Because he didn't have a Southern accent except when he was with her. Every other time it was just, of course he only said like 5 words, so, and that was, I guess, supposed to be a character.
Baby. Oh, can we just talk about that for a second? How weird was it calling somebody else baby?
Yeah.
Like, I get it as a pet name in relationships, blah, 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 but there were some weird lines.
There was
weird lines to be like baby.
Well, like you were talking about with Kevin Spacey in American Beauty, we're just like, that's my baby. And it's like, you're like, ah!
Oh.
Yeah, that was weird.
Need a shower.
Yeah.
Need a shower.
Just
intruding on something.
Yeah, you're just.
Did not like it.
Ooh.
Did not like it.
That was like uber creepy, and and every time she said it, his girlfriend, baby,
in the really bad Southern accent,
baby, you're just like
enunciated it.
Yeah, you're just and he's just like, but I have to give them credit. I got to give us credit too because we haven't done it yet. But I'm gonna bring it up. Nobody made a Dirty Dancing reference.
Yeah.
You know, so I must give them some credit for restraint on, nobody putting baby in a corner, but I was waiting for it. And then, like, when it was pretty soon after the inordinately long runtime was kind of running out, finally, and I realized they weren't going to do it. I was like, should I do it? Is this like a thing? Like, should I? Because I don't know now.
No, it's good that they didn't. It didn't fit. And it shouldn't have been.
So I do give them credit on that they actually showed a little restraint. Mm-hmm. I will say this, even though I didn't like it, I do give it credit for at least the director having a pretty strong visual style.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I liked that.
So I must give credit where it's due and say that he had a way he wanted to tell his story, and it was consistent throughout the entire film.
Yeah.
And he was, like I said, I think he overused the long tracking shot, but he was consistent with it, and it kept true to each scene. So, yeah, I liked like that. Did you notice that like a lot of times when they were in the gunfights, like the gunshots were matching the beat of the music?
Absolutely.
That was actually clever. You know, so I will give that part credit. I was like, okay, that's
a no-brainer clever though.
Yeah, that is true.
It's a no-brainer. Of course, you're gonna have gunshots and like
echoing. Yeah,
and accidents and everything kind of in beat with the music because you're hearing it through. Hey, I mean that's a Yes, it was good, but it's a no-brainer. Good. Like,
oh, who was the? Why the fuck did the one guy in the pickup truck during their second robbery have all that arsenal in his car? Like who? Like why?
Yeah.
Like where did that come from?
What kind of American hero was that guy trying to be?
Yeah.
Like Jesus, you're gonna drive off of an interstate ramp in your truck, and just roll over and die.
Yeah.
For no reason. For no reason. You're not the owner of the place. Obviously, you're in a plaid button-down jeans and in a pickup truck. You're not
with a semi-automatic in the back.
Yeah,
that's like.
Well, you see where I'm from. That's not. I'm from the sticks,
I'm from the shotgun in the back.
Oh yeah, I'm from the whatever you want to have in the back of the truck. That's what you have in the back of the truck. Ain't nobody gonna say anything to you about it.
This is how we got a Siskel and Ebert thing going on. She's more heavy artillery. I'm more, simple shotgun.
I'm more like sniper rifle in the back of the truck. That's
just in case you need to.
Area speed.
Just in case you need to fuck somebody's shit up on the way home from work.
It's more in case there's a deer on the way home.
Oh, I got
and stuff.
It's true.
There's dinner. There you
go. See, we use our car keys in that instance. Ozarks. Ozarks represent, baby.
That's right. We're hardcore.
So if Suze had seen the robbery, she would have picked out a location and picked them off
Probably
from a
would have
distance.
been like, I can handle this gun better than you. I need you to go sit down in a corner. Thank you.
Well, yeah, because the guy was just pointing out the window and firing. He wasn't aiming. He was just like,
are you looking through the sight at all? No, you're not. And I need that to stop.
That was one of those scenes where you're like, I don't know who's stupider in this situation. Baby for, again, driving recklessly in a situation where if he'd driven calmly, he would have blended in with other traffic and nobody would have been the wiser, or the other guy for chasing after him and, like you say, driving off a partition into the oncoming traffic and flipping the car over.
So bad.
Oh.
So many bad life decisions.
Yeah.
In that movie.
And I don't mind movies where you have to suspend your disbelief. But when nobody makes anything even resembling logical choices...
Yeah, it's all pure emotion.
Yeah.
All of the time. That's too much emotion.
Yeah, it's like you can suspend it when you can kind of maybe make an argument for their what's going on in their heads. But
I mean, most people make decisions based off of emotion and greed. The people that make logical decisions we call autistic.
Okay.
That's how society works. But that was a little too much emotion. I agree with you on that. It was too much emotion.
They were hinting heavily that he was autistic or something like that.
Well, obviously not.
Yeah.
I don't believe he is in the slightest on the spectrum.
Yeah.
No. How about the girl that totally got away with being an accessory and felon?
Oh yeah.
Like several felons.
Yeah.
I'm gonna he died, right?
Yeah, so she was an accessory to at least one murder that we know of.
I mean, a lot of cars got beaten up and set on fire.
Yep, so that's a lot of property damage. None of those cars of which he owned, so...
Hit and run.
Yeah, hit and run, grand theft auto.
Yeah, let's talk about the fact that he passed out, and somehow she got them out of that parking garage. And I don't know what she had to do that.
Yeah, and you couldn't even make the argument later that he took her hostage or anything. No, she knew full well.
The driver's seat.
You could understand it. You could make an argument for it if they had. And I'm kind of glad they didn't go with this trope either. But just in terms of logic, if they pulled the action movie trope where they went and kidnapped her, and in the course of rescuing her, they got into all that mischief, you could almost make the argument that's why she got out scot-free. She was a victim of circumstance. No, she went with him willingly, and everything 100%. Else. Yeah,
she should be in the jail next to him.
For the 5
the
years
women.
he had to serve.
5 years.
For the 5 years.
5 years? That is a travesty.
Let's also talk about, and I know they were trying to make it, when they're having that final showdown with John Hamm, and he's like pushing the truck off the back, and it falls out, and somehow John Hamm got out
with neither of them seeing.
They're looking straight on at him.
Right.
How did they not see him get out?
He's magic.
And literally when they
just turned invisible.
Yeah. And like when they beat the shit out of him and tossed him off the thing, he landed. I was waiting for him to like pull a Dracula or something, like jumping. I'm not dead, really, this time. But yeah, she should be in jail.
She should be in jail, and he should be in jail for a lot longer.
Yeah. Well, but they had the trial. Everybody got up and talked about what a nice person he was. So obviously,
and a victim of circumstance.
I know.
He did never mean to kill people.
No,
he
it was
willingly killed people.
Yeah, it was.
Even though he stole my car and abandoned it, God knows where, he threw me my purse and apologized. That makes it all better.
Saying I'm sorry.
That's fine. We're cool. That is not how this works. I have had my car stolen before. I went to trial, and that is not how I spoke.
Well, you just don't know. Maybe the guy was a victim of circumstance.
No.
Man, yeah.
No.
I love that. I'll send you to 25 years. You're only going to serve 5. Don't worry about it.
Oh. And then parole. Of which you totally plan to skip because you're going to drive across the country.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
So it's fine.
They say that same line about driving and with our music and, without a plan. The plan is we have no plan, and it's like, and that's what they're going to do when you get that jail. It's like, don't you have to report to a parole officer?
Right. Don't you have to, prove you're trying to be,
Aren't you, on probation now for the rest of your goddamn life? How is this?
We're trying to benefit society now. It's our turn. You work for us now, buddy. That's how parole works.
But no, he had a good heart and victim of circumstance, so he gets to just jump bail. I'm surprised the parole officer wasn't just there going, well, send me a postcard. And
not to mention, who's gonna wait 5 years for a guy like that? Honestly.
Apparently
I'm not going to.
Apparently, miss 2 dates, 1 kiss, and I'm ready. I'm now
an accessory
to do everything.
To all kinds of crime.
That's another thing. If they were driving across with the loot from, she's an accessory to the robbery now too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
She
absolutely.
Yeah. So all that. She is in jail for all of that now.
Yes.
Man, what
an awful.
I know, and just awful in so many ways that counting them, you could count the number of ways this movie is shit to go to sleep instead of counting sheep. It would take so long to get through it all. Oh man, that was ridiculously bad. But I will say this: bad in a fun way.
It was.
In that
it was a really.
It wasn't kind of again. Anybody watching this, you don't know how close we came to seeing the Emoji Movie. We were looking for something.
It had to be within a certain time.
Yeah, and and I don't.
So don't judge us too harshly, because
I don't want to say it while I'm driving, but I think this is one of those moments when you look back and it's kind of missing the car crash and going, well,
it could have been worse.
So we saw this instead of the Emoji Movie. So I think we did okay. Go ahead.
I think so too.
Go ahead. There you go. That was nice. She actually stopped with her blinker on. That's weird for around here.
I know, right? Manners.
I know. That's weird.
I'm not accustomed to such things.
They just tear through here.
Right?
I'm one of the only people drives 5 miles an hour through here because there's kids, but everyone else just tears ass. So enjoyable in a fun way. Not the least reason which I got to spend time with one of my nearest and dearest here, and got to do a wonderful review with someone who I adore spending time with and love ripping things with.
Right.
So if she will consent, hopefully Susan will be back for a few more of these. So thanks for joining us, and Till next time, drive safe, and we'll see you at the movies.